A drinking water advisory is still in effect in Hyannis. You can get rid of hazardous chemicals this weekend, and we chat with Police Chief Paul McDonald on this episode of Barnstable Today. It's Tuesday, June 21st, 2016. I'm Sarah Mantle. A drinking water health advisory is still in effect for Hyannis water customers. DPW Director Dan Santos says recent water tests show significant improvements, but they will not remove the advisory just yet.
Still going to keep the health advisory in place. We're right at the limit. I mean, within, well, just for numbers' sake, the health advisory is for 0.07 parts per billion. We're at 0.072. So we've gotten in the right direction. We've done the right things. We're sampling again today. We've further eliminated a well that we think was creating the issue, and so it's probably another week of these conditions where we don't advise the pregnant women, nursing mothers, and infants to drink the water. It's safe for all other uses, for all other people. However, we have water available for that group and others who have a particular concern about it. But right now, we just want to be, overly cautious and get it down below the level of the health advisory.
Concerned residents can pick up bottled water at 47 Old Yarmouth Road in Hyannis between the hours of 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Well, it's time to clean out those cabinets and go through the garage. DPW Director Dan Santos says the town of Barnstable Department of Public Works Solid Waste Division is holding a household hazardous waste collection at the transfer station this Saturday.
It's open to all residents, but like recycling, you need to have a sticker. But if you don't have a sticker, to get rid of your trash, we have a free recycling sticker, which is easy to get. We just want to make sure you're a Barnstable resident, and we're able to keep track of things that way.
Absolutely.
And you can get them anytime during our normal working hours or even on the day of the event, although it might be busy at that time.
Yes.
But we're not trying to make it hard for people. It's just a small requirement that we have the free sticker if you don't have a paid sticker.
Good to know.
And the type of items that they accept is pretty broad. We're trying to get nasty chemicals and hazardous materials out of people's homes and keeping them from dumping them, down the drain or in the storm sewer or in the lawn or things like that, which can happen if people don't have a way to dispose of these things properly. So paints, oil paints, stains, marine paints, furniture polish, not latex paint. That we can deal with that. You can just open the can, let that dry, and put it in the trash.
Great.
Yard chemicals are fertilizers with weed killer, rat poison, weed killer, insecticides, pesticides, driveway sealers. Cleaners and chemicals include cleaning solvents and pool cleaners and oven cleaner, drain cleaner, acids, disinfectants, and then things you might be using on and around a car cleaners and solvents, brake fluid, power steering fluid,
Great. So really
any kind of fuel, gasoline, camp fuels, radiator, antifreeze, things like that.
All Barnstable residents can drop off hazardous waste for free. You must have either a paid household trash sticker or a free recycling sticker to participate. The hazardous waste collection takes place Saturday, June 25th from 9 a.m. until noon. The Father's Day car show drew about 60,000 people to Hyannis. To find out how it went, Channel 18's Sarah Colvin talked with Chief of Police Paul McDonald.
Let's talk a little bit about Sunday on Main Street, Father's Day car show. We're hearing reports of upwards of 80,000 people were on Main Street, and I believe it.
I've been to every car show since the start. This was the 22nd year, and this was a perfect day, perfect weather conditions. You know, everything, it couldn't have gone better. But the crowd was absolutely tremendous. You know, come 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning, you would have a hard time even walking up and down Main Street. So it was a huge, successful event. And again, this is one of the premier events for downtown Hyannis, and I'm so glad it was so successful. So it worked out great for everybody. It was just a great day. You know, I love old cars. I love being down there. It was a good time, real good time.
Absolutely, and I would imagine, Chief, there's a large amount of coordination that goes in. Of course, Main Street is closed from Ocean Street to C Street pretty much all day long, and certainly, you know, the side streets are closed as well. How difficult is it to reopen? I know that that at the end of the day, the cars kind of line up and parade off. I'm sure that's a kind of a challenge to get everybody out of the street to be able to do that.
Right, that's one of their favorite times is the final. You know, about 2 o'clock, we start breaking it down. We try to have the street reopen by 3 o'clock, and it's great because Main Street's a one-way street, so they all either take a left or right-hand turn. They head down the street, the light turns green, you know, then they all stop parading out, and that's probably one of the highlights of the entire day is when all the vehicles fire up and then leave. But, you know, kudos go out to the Hyannis Chamber of Commerce. I mean, they have all their volunteers. It's a minimal police presence down there for traffic control. You know, we do have a number of officers in plain clothes and in uniforms down there, but they're there for security because there's such a large amount of people there. We want to make sure nothing happens. But a lot of the pre-planning goes to the Hyannis Chamber of Commerce. They do a great job with all of their volunteers. You know, goes off every year without a problem whatsoever. So they do a great job.
And what's amazing is so many people and not very many incidents, if any at all. So that's really great.
You know, our call for service, you're talking, you know, 50 to 65,000 people down there. There was not one call for service from the Barnstable Police Department regarding the car show. Obviously, we've had a call for service around town, but nothing on Main Street Hyannis. You know, everybody behaved. It's just a good day.
Absolutely, and you know, you're right about the perfect weather. And Chief, of course, that was really the time for the new community service officers to make their debut. And I did see them up and down Main Street. Could not miss them with those bright shirts that they have on. But tell me a little bit about them and how many of them were out there on Sunday?
On Sunday, there was 4 of them. There are 6 community service officers. They're assigned to work in pairs. Their first day was Saturday, so all 3 pairs work Saturday, and then 2 has Monday and Tuesday off, 2 has Wednesday and Thursday off, and so on. So most of the time, there's two pairs of community service officers walking on Main Street, except on Saturday there are 3 pairs working. Saturday was their first day, you know, and it was great because, you know, we are generated by our call volumes. You know, we look at that every single day, and Saturday I believe we only had like 1 call the entire day on Main Street, you know, because of the police presence down there. For the first week, the officers are down there, but they're being shadowed by regular police officers just to make sure there's no problems. If there's any questions, the police officer is going to be right there for them. So it's off to a great start. You know, I've spoken to some merchants down there, and they seem happy to have the police presence back down there. So far, so good.
So, Chief, what's the role of these community service officers? What's their function on Main Street?
Their primary function is to be the eyes and ears of the police department. You know, if they see something, contact us directly. They contact us via phone, or they contact us via radio. And the second biggest thing is to provide a obvious, visible police presence down there. We have our station down there, High School Road, Main Street. We have a decoy cruiser down there. We have a bike patrols down there. But we are doing everything we possibly can, just short of saturation patrols, just to make everybody feel comfortable and feel safe, and know there's obvious police presence on Main Street Hyannis this summer.
Absolutely. So, Chief, great to see them. And, of course, really now we are in summer. There's a lot of people here in Hyannis. How have things been in terms of calls for service, in terms of other incidents for you in the department over the past week?
It's been great for the past week. You know, obviously last Tuesday, we executed a major search warrant over at 740 Old Stage Road for a major grow and cultivating operation for marijuana. We picked up 3 pounds of marijuana. But more than that, we picked up 120 plants and $48,000 in cash. So that was a huge search warrant for us, putting them down. The bar rooms at nighttime are very, very, very quiet because we've come up with another strategy. The street crime unit is now working with the homeless population, so we've come up with additional patrol officers. So every night at 1 o'clock, you know, we have a special team of police officers who are covering all the bars, and there's virtually been no calls for service at the bars. So the call volumes are down a little bit with that, and the community service officers, our call volume believe it or not, is down pretty dramatically.
Well, be sure to tune in to our hour-long news program, Barnstable This Morning, weekdays at 8 a.m. On tomorrow's show, we will chat with Cape and Islands Workforce Investment Board Executive Director David Augustino. We'll chat with Finance Director Mark Milne. Plus, we'll have all the news and information you need. For Barnstable Today, I'm Sarah Mannel.